The debate that got me thinking about this was this idea of, can we have objective goodness without God? And it's often taken for granted that with God you can have objective goodness. I've critiqued that position in the past anyway, but there is a more trivial critique.
Okay, I shouldn't interject here, but my understanding of God is that goodness is the same thing as God. So the idea of the ultimate good is the same thing as the idea of God. Or did I say that right? Ultimate good is ultimate God. It's just conceptually exactly the same. The more you try to unravel what an ultimate good would be, the more you discover you're running into the same definition of God. So if there is such thing as good and it's on a scale and there's an ultimate version and an infinite maxing out of that, then that is God, the idea of God. So it's a weird question to say, because if you said it my way, it'd be very weird, because you'd be saying, does an ultimate good rely on an ultimate good existing? Yes, because they're the same thing. Yeah.
You can level at something like divine command theory, which is the idea that what is moral is determined by God's will, which is to say that that doesn't establish objective moral truths. It establishes subjective moral truths. They're just subjective to the will of God. And I think one of the reasons why this response basically seems trivial is because if something is true in God's will, and God is the creator and governor of the universe, then in effect you have a stable notion of truth. It doesn't vary between individuals, because while it's relative to God's will is sort of intuitively the most important will, and at the very least it's not like we have different morals between different people. You get a kind of quasi-objectivity of morality, even if you don't get at true objective morality as...
Yes, narratively, yes. But if goodness and truth, which is what I think, are the same concept of God, because truth is what is, and truth is reality, and nothing can be true besides what's true, because that's what's true. Right? So truth itself is the existence of everything, and that's very definitionally like what God is, which is the highest good thing. Then it's not subjective to God's will, because it's like saying truth is subjective to what's true. It's like, yes. Yes, it is relative to what's true. It is dictated by truth. Again, depending on your definitions of these words, which I obviously have some differences of definition to Joseph here,